Hi guys, we are on chapter 3, technically, in our new story, Judy Blume, Soupy Saturdays with the Pain and the Great One. Now we've read about the Pain, we've read about the Great One, and we've read two little mini stories about them. Today's story is The Great Pretender. So let's take a look at it. The Great One can't ride a bike. She doesn't want anyone to know, especially her friends. What person in 3rd grade doesn't already know how to ride? I asked her. She said, I could ride if I wanted to, but I can go faster on rollerblades, or a scooter, or a skateboard. You don't have a skateboard, I reminded her. She has a bike. It's blue. It sits in the garage waiting for her to learn to ride it. There's no hurry, Mom said last week. Abigail will learn when she's ready. Mom's been saying that for more than a year. Still nothing. Sometimes I catch the Great One looking at it. One time I caught her touching it. It's so easy, I told her. You just get on and pedal. Let's see. Don't you think I know that, she said. If I felt like it, I could hop on and ride better than you. I laughed because I know that's not true. I'm not supposed to tell the Great One's friends she can't ride a bike. Some things are private, Mom said. Some things stay in the family, Dad said. The Great One said, if you ever tell my friends I can't ride a bike, I will never speak to you again. Is that a promise? I asked. She threw Bruno at me. And I'll tell all your friends you still sleep with a stuffed elephant. So, I said, Dylan sleeps with his 50 stuffed animals. But does he chew on their ears? She asked. I don't chew on Bruno's ear, I shouted. Then how come it's wet and slobbery in the morning? She asked. I didn't answer. I'm never going to tell her about Bruno's ear. On Saturday I was riding my bike in front of our house. The Great One was blading behind me. Ha-ha, Abigail can't ride a bike, I sang as I flew by her. Abigail can't ride a bike. I don't like to say this next part. She yelled. Twig, I called, zooming around her. What's a twig? A stick, she yelled, and that's what you are. You're a little stick. I could break you in half if I wanted to. You'd have to catch me first, I called, racing up the street. Later, the Great One's friends rode their bikes over. Emily called, Hi, Abigail. We're riding to Sasha's house. Want to come? Sure, the Great One said, but my bike is being fixed. Still? Kaylee asked. Yes, the Great One said, they can't figure out what's wrong with it, so I'll go on my blades instead. Emily said, It will take you forever on your blades. No, it won't, the Great One told her. I'm a whiz on my blades. Bet I'll get to Sasha's house before you. Okay, Kaylee, let's race. And her friends took off on their bikes. As soon as they were gone, the Great One ran into the house and asked Mom for a ride to Sasha's house. She said, I have to get there before my friends. It's a race, and I told them I'd win on my blades. Abigail, Mom said. Please, Mom, just this one time. The Great One begged. Abigail, Mom said again. Pretty, pretty please with strawberries on top. This is the last time, the Great One said. I promise. Mom looked at the Great One. The Great One whispered, I can't tell my friends. I'll bet they'd understand, Mom said. Please don't make me tell them. Mom sighed. Then she grabbed her car keys. The Great One got into the car wearing her blades. I jumped in too. Let me off a block away, the Great One said to Mom. Mom stopped the car before we got to Sasha's house. The Great One jumped out and bladed away. As we were driving home, I asked Mom, how come it's okay for the Great One to lie to her friends? It's not exactly lying, Mom said. It's more like pretending. Pretending she can ride a bike? I asked. Pretending she can blade faster than they can ride, Mom said. It sounds like lying to me, I told Mom. Sometimes it's not that easy to tell the difference, Mom said. And sometimes you have to let people figure things out on their own. But I have figured it out on my own, and I say the Great One is lying. That night I told her so. Liar, 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 I sang while I jumped on her bed. Get off my bed, Stick, she yelled. Get out of my room, or you'll be very, very sorry. I could tell she meant it, so I took off. The second I was gone, she slammed her bedroom door. Later, when she thought I was asleep, I heard her on the phone. Hello, Emily, she said. I have something to tell you. I got out of bed and tiptoed over to my door. Fluzzy followed me. I put my ear right up against the door so I couldn't miss anything. You know my bike? I heard the Great One say. Yes, the one that needs to be fixed. Well, here's the thing. That's when I sneezed. A big, noisy sneeze. I couldn't help it. It just came out. Fluzzy jumped. The Great One shrieked. Then she said, Emily, I'll call you right back. As soon as I... Then she mumbled something. I didn't get it. Something that ended with, my brother. I knew it wasn't good. I ran back to bed, pulled up my blanket, and pretended I was asleep. Fluzzy jumped on top of me. 2 seconds later, my door opened. Jacob Edward Porter, the Great One shouted. Uh-oh. She used my whole name. Were you spying on me? Because if you were, you are in big trouble. Capital B, capital T. The Great One marched over to my bed. I know you're not really asleep. People don't sneeze while they're sleeping. She poked me. Wake up. What? I sat up and acted really surprised. I held Bruno against me. You can't fool me, she said. You were spying. I was sleeping. You woke me up. Ha, she said. I know exactly what you were doing. I always know exactly what you're doing. No, you don't, I said. You don't know anything. No more spying, or I'll tell. Spying is better than lying, I shouted as she marched away. She stopped. She turned. She looked right at me. So you admit you were spying. If you admit you were lying, I said. I'm not a liar, she said. I'm a great pretender, and I can ride a bike. I just don't like to fall. Is that what you were going to tell Emily? That proves it. You were spying. If I ever catch you spying again, you will be sorrier than sorry. She walked out, shutting my bedroom door behind her. This time, I didn't bother to get out of bed when I heard her say, Hello, Emily. It's me again. This time I didn't have to spy. I already knew what she was going to say. Fluzzy and I laughed to ourselves. Then we fell asleep. Interesting. Well, next time we are going to read Party Girl. And we'll be talking about this during class too. So, you guys enjoy the story and have a great day. Bye everyone.